Before creation. Before the creation of our known universe, there is an infinite sea of pure energy. That energy is also the essence of life and unbounded intellect. This infinite sea is the eternal creator, forever occupied with countless creations and universes within himself, forever self-actualizing, forever creating, forever being what he wills it. This is Jehovah. Then he created his son, Michael, as the beginning of his way, the earliest of his achievements of long ago. From time immemorial, Michael was installed. From the start, from times earlier than the earth, then Michael was beside Jehovah as a master worker, the one he was especially fond of day by day. Michael rejoiced before him all the time. He is the image of the invisible Elohim, the firstborn of all creation, because by means of him all other things were created in the heavens and upon the earth, the things visible and the things invisible. All other things have been created through him and for him. Also, he is before all other things, and by means of him all other things were made to exist. The second-born was Gabriel, and Yahweh created the other angels, the order of seraphs and the order of cherubs. Then Yahweh extracted a dimension devoid of energy within himself, created matter, infused it into the void as a super dense mass of energy. Then he sparked the creation of our physical universe. Even from everlasting to everlasting, thou art Elohim. Elohim is light, and there is no darkness at all in union with him. Behold, the heaven and heavens of heavens cannot contain thee. But to whom can you people liken me, that I should be made his equal, says the Holy One. Raise your eyes high up and see, who has created these things? It is the one who is bringing forth the army of them, even by number, all of whom he calls even by name. Due to the abundance of dynamic energy, he also being vigorous in power, not one of them is missing. Where did you happen to be when I founded the earth? When the morning stars joyfully crowd out together, and all the sons of Elohim, the angels, began shouting in applause. Our physical universe exists within a cosmic supermagnetosphere, shielding us from Yahweh's domain without, and preventing any visible light or otherwise from emanating through, other than that one's Holy Spirit, the quintessence. Given that stars, gas, and dust almost surely account for only a small fraction of the total mass of the universe, astronomers are desperately seeking the rest of the universe, the invisible missing mass known as dark matter. Their search has brought a fitful mix of contradictory findings. The New York Times, 8/16/95, page C5. Elohim's domain is where the 90% missing matter as energy is located. The so-called dark matter that astronomers and astrophysicists are so earnestly looking for inside our universe. His domain is the source of gravity, influencing the formation and stability of galaxies, their shapes and rotational patterns, and ultimately limit their expansion into a universal state of equilibrium. Before the creation of the universe, in Sof, God as infinity, pervaded all space with no room for anything other than God, withdrew itself into its quintessence, from itself to itself within itself. Within its quintessence, it left an empty space in which it could emanate and create. When Insof withdrew its presence all around in every direction, it left a vacuum in the middle, surrounded on all sides by the light of Insof. Empty precisely in the middle, surrounded on all sides by the light of Insof. Empty precisely in the middle. This is Simsum, literally contraction, but here implying the withdrawal by which God made room for something other than God. The primordial vacuum carved out of Simsum was a pregnant void, the site of creation, no more than an infinitesimal point in relation to Insof, yet spacious enough to house the cosmos. But the vacuum was not really empty. It retained a trace, a residue of the light of Insof, the quintessence, just as the vacuum preceding the Big Bang was not completely empty, but rather in a state of minimum energy, pregnant with creative potential and virtual particles. From God and the Big Bang by Daniel C. Matt, page 80. Yahweh's domain is an infinite sea of pure energy. Within this domain, time and dimensional space is irrelevant. Time and space as we know it begins here at the cross point of this bubble, our universe, the heavens and the earth, including all the planets and stellar bodies. The bubble shell is dark matter, 90% of the missing mass.